In today's video, we're going to be jumping back into more Monster Hunter Wilds, and for this one we're going to be looking at armor spheres and the best way that you can actually grab hold of them. If you're trying to farm a whole bunch of armor spheres fast and want to know the best ways to stack up on them, then this video is perfect for you. Now in Monster Hunter Wilds, armor spheres are absolutely amazing for anyone who wants a bit more defense going on in their build, as it's just going to up the physical defense of whatever armor you're wearing. However, they can be quite costly to get hold of, and it takes quite a lot to fully upgrade your armors. Some of the higher rank ones, such as the tier 6, take 23 hard armor spheres in order to fully upgrade them. The tier 7s take 31 armor spheres, and if you're after the very best gear, the tier 8 rarity stuff, this can take up to a massive 45 armor spheres per piece, which means you're going to need an awful lot of these if you want to fully upgrade your character. Now the first thing I'd say, by far and away the best, if you have got these going on, is going to be by checking out your event quests. Events can really help you out. There's a very easy one to do called Tongue Tied that sees you taking on a Chupacabra. These things were your kind of training monster, so they don't have much health about them and they're definitely not the toughest to tackle. And if you go over to your rewards, you'll see that you're pretty much going to be able to get yourself some armor spheres very nice and easy this way. So just ride over to it, and honestly riding to it's probably going to be one of the longest parts, as it's going to probably take up about 30 seconds of your time. But then once you do get in there, even with a really average build, because I was just trying out a brand new hammer here and didn't have a complete setup on, and I was completing them in around about 3 minutes each time, give or take. With a great build on, you'll probably get this to around about the 2-minute mark, and every single time I completed it, I did this 7 times in a row and managed to get myself 1 hard armor sphere every single time, so I think that might be your max. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong on that, but you also get quite a few advanced armor spheres. However, if you haven't got any event quests going, then you're going to have to do it the old fashioned way. So you're going to want to go over to the oil basin, and over here is going to be your smelter over at the smelting factory. The great thing about this, whatever you've accrued up to now, you can kind of dwindle down your resources, so for all of the monster parts you've got, you can smelt them and turn them into actual armor spheres. However, again, they can be quite costly, costing 1,000 points for just 1 hard armor. Looking through the list of all of the parts I had, by far and away the best is going to be your higher tier rarity monsters, but also anytime you can get a gem, they're going to work out absolutely amazing. Best ones I would say to go for would be your Arkvelds, because the Arkveld gems go for 1,000 points per one, but also as well as that, your New Udra gems and New Udra pieces work out very well as well. Now remember, you can hunt these standard and hope for the drops, but if you didn't want to do it like that, what you can do is try and look through your investigations. For my one, I unfortunately didn't have any, so I went in on a friend's one. However, if you're like me and the ones that are turning up don't seem to have many of your gems, remember you can always go over to your SOS missions or play with any of your friends if they've got any great investigations for you to tackle. Now you would think by taking on the tempered monsters is by far and away going to be the best, but overall I found when I was looking through the SOSs, a lot of times because of how many good rewards were on the tempered Arkvelds, it took up the kind of slot for the Arkveld gem in general. Wasn't always the way, but after switching over and looking for just the standard Arkveld SOSs, I tended to have a lot more luck and finding these gems very often. Remember, these are going to be easier to beat than the tempered versions. You can join up in an SOS at any point, so sometimes if you're joining one that's a little bit later on, you'll be able to probably defeat this in just a few minutes, and overall this seemed to work out the best for actually acquiring gems and Arkveld parts in a timely fashion. Other than that though, remember New Udra and any of the tougher enemies are also going to provide you with a great source for these materials that will give you a lot of points, but try to focus on these gems more than anything, as they're going to be the most points overall, which will help turn into most armor spheres and upgrade your equipment faster. But yeah, hopefully that's helped a few of you guys and girls out. As always, there'll be a lot more content away from me. For now, take care, I'll see you on next day.